Share wisely. Words can become weapons when misunderstood.
Me to lunch, and he sat me down and he says, Garland, you got a big heart. Okay, but sometimes you give up way too much information. And I says, no, I don't. And I says, well, I understand what you're trying to do. What you're trying to do is you're trying to give out the best information so that a person can make a good decision, but you give up way too much information. I says, no, I don't. And he says, yes, you do. And I says, I do not. And he says, no, you do. And let me test you, he says. I said, go right ahead. So he sat me down and he says, now, Garland, do you know the time? That's the question he asked me. I says, yeah, it's 3:15. He says, well, you just failed the test, son. And I said, now, hold on. I did not fail the test. No, you did. And it says, I didn't ask you what time it was. I asked you, did you know the time? Now, the correct answer on that is yes, and stop right there. Because anything you say after that can and most definitely will be taken out of context, blown out of proportion, made into something it's not, especially when they're angry with you, and they'll use that against you as ammunition. And I says, okay, I didn't think of that. And he says, well, let me go on. I mean, is it 3:15 a.m., 3:15 p.m.? Is it 3:15 in Zulu time or 3:15 in 12-hour increments? Is it 3:15 in Zurich or is it 3:15 in South Africa? I encourage you in the future, when you're asked a question, answer the question succinctly. Don't give away the farm. Or don't give up too much information, because be mindful, it could be used against you in the court of law, or it could be used against you when they're angry at you. And when you're dealing with the different cultures, you're most assuredly going to be taken out of context, blown out of proportion, and it's going to be misunderstood. And sometimes people have mean intent, and they're going to be looking for ways that they can use those words that you shared as a tool back against you whenever they're frustrated, angry, mad, or upset with you. My dad said it best, says, if you're dealing with snakes, wear snake boots. Just know how high to wear them. And I said, okay, lesson well learned. That brings us up to speed on critical management skill number 45, which is don't give away the farm. So have a great rest of your day.